Today we're going to be doing a quick overview of the Vibe Seaghost 130. This is a 13-foot kayak. It is 33 inches wide, and we're going to start at the front and just work our way to the back. At the front here you have a standard drain plug, and directly behind that you do have the nylon reinforced handles. These are the upgraded handles. The original rubber handles were having some issues with breaking, and they're replacing everybody's to these nylon reinforced handles. Right behind that you do have a bungee keeper for your paddle, and the hatch is pretty standard on the front. It does have a lot of storage, especially for your guys that like to camp and fish. This is going to have plenty of storage for you to be able to keep things high and dry. That way you guys can enjoy that. The console is very easy to get into on the water. You just slide up on the center console and get into it, get what you need, close it up. I have put a Yak Attack anchor trolley on here, and in the middle here you're going to notice the transducer scupper. Now this is one of the main reasons I bought this kayak, is that it has this transducer scupper with a cover, and that way when I'm coming in and out of surf, or if I hit any oyster beds or flats, it's not going to mess up my transducer at all. It does have a tow control rudder system. Works pretty well. It could be a little better in my opinion, but at this price point I'm not going to complain too much about it. It does have rail systems on either side of the boat. It takes your standard Yak Attack accessories. The center console does accept Scotty mounts. So as you can see here, I have a rod holder with a rod extension on it, and it fits in there just fine. The center console itself is well made. It's very watertight. I've had this through a lot of surf, a lot of rough conditions, and it's done very well. I haven't had any problems with water getting in here at all. Inside the center console you're going to see that there's a lot of storage area. You can hold a lot of tackle, a lot of leader line. You can see I have tools, equipment, plastics in here, all kinds of stuff. It's a little disorganized right now, but it holds a lot of stuff. You're going to have so much room in this boat with its length and weight capacity and storage options. Right behind, or sorry, beside the seat, you have two Plano box holders. These do hold the Plano 3600 series. Now between those two spots beside the seat and that center console, you have enough room to carry a ridiculous amount of tackle. You don't even need to put any tackle in the back of the boat, alright? Keep things simple. Don't take too much out there with you. A lot of guys take way too much stuff out there. Between those two spots and the center console, you got plenty of room. The seat that comes on this kayak is very nice. It's very comfortable. Keeps you nice and dry. There are a low and a high setting to it. On either side of the boat you have paddle keepers, which are just a simple bungee and a hook, and you have two more handles. Moving on back behind the seat, you have two flush mounted rod holders. In between those you have a rear hatch. This rear hatch is very easy to get into on the water. Opens and closes, seals very nicely, also comes with a bag inside. Now the rear tank well has rails on either side. The front standard rails are the same back here, and they'll hold all your accessories like rod extensions. Here you can see that I have a couple of ram ball mounts on there. The tank well itself is very large. There's a lot of storage area. You can fit a lot of different fish bags, coolers, everything you want back here. I mean, native fish bags will fit. You got some of the feel frees will fit, and everything else. The back tank well itself is 32 inches long, 10 inches wide in the rear, and 20 inches wide at the front of the tank well. And as you can see, I have a pretty decent sized igloo cooler in here. I really like this cooler. It's a good option for us kayak anglers. It opens to the front like that. It's very easy to just slide a fish in there when you catch one. By the way, if you're in St. Augustine, go down to St. Augustine Paddle Sports. If you're from the area, get yourself a sticker, come out and fish with us. It's a good time. We make sure we have a good time on the water. The back tank well itself, it has some branding in it. Go ahead and get some foam as soon as you get this and reinforce the back tank well. It does have a little bit of give. Now the back here has another handle, and you also have your rudder. The fact that this kayak has a rudder, especially a tow control rudder system at its price point, is pretty impressive. I'm glad they did that. It's pretty nice. Besides I wish they would have used cables instead of the paracord-like material that they use. On the opposite side of the boat here, you can see I have a Railblaza mount for my visibility flag, and then you have the rudder cord to bring the rudder up and down. Now this kayak is very stable. You can stand and fish in this. It's comfortable, and it gets up to speed decently quick on the water for a kayak of its width, and it stays at speed pretty well. The bow is shaped very well. It cuts through waves and the surf. It's nice. I've had this thing through surf and all kinds of things. It does its job. At this price point with all these features, you can't go wrong with this kayak. So if you have a dealer near you, go down, take a test drive in it, and see if you like it.